A weekend in the Premier League has just gone by. Some huge results kicked off with obviously Arsenal beating Nottingham Forest 3-0. But we'll get to that later. I think I said the exact same line in the last episode, and I'm going to repeat it. So, as you can see, we've got a West Ham fan here, and we've got a Tottenham fan here, and there's only one thing that joins the two of you together, and which is the game at the London Stadium on Saturday late evening, afternoon. I think. Well, I'm going to allow Rob to process what he's going to say about the game. So I'm going to go to Reese first. Reese, how did it feel seeing Tottenham win in such a manner away from home?
Well, listen, it's only West Ham, isn't it? You know what I mean? No, it was a top game. It was first half, nothing special. I think it was Paqueta missed a big chance early, and then for about 10 seconds, we got to celebrate a goal that we thought was going to be stood, and then wrongfully chalked off, but is what it is. And then just from minute one of that second half, it was all us, and it was all going one way. And it was just so good to be in. Be that way, and we had a great time, just having a party second half, and I was loving it, man. It would have been nice for Kudus to get the goal, but keeper finally decided to make one save in the game.
Wow.
I heard Simmons had a good game.
Yeah, it was entertaining. Well, not for Rob, but for me, I couldn't really ask for much more. 3 goals, 3 points. You get to see different people on the score sheet, and it's just keeping a good start to the season. 3 wins, 1 loss, 3rd on goal difference. Can't really complain, to be honest. We look good under Frank, so I'm happy.
Yeah, I mean, I think the overall mood around Tottenham is very good. I mean, obviously, before international break, you had the huge news about Daniel Levy and everything. But it seems it hasn't affected your team at all, really. You just carried on. And would you say this form will continue up until the next international break?
Oh, yeah, I mean, Spurs normally start the first 10 games pretty well anyways. So it'd be nice to see it maybe go to 15 games just for once. But like you said, with Levy gone, it's a new era. And I think a lot of our players are probably buzzing that he's gone, so they're playing a bit better now, especially Romero. So
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I've been pretty impressed with Spurs. Apart from losing to Bournemouth and bottling the Super Cup, as they always do, you'd expect that from Spurs. Apart from that, they've been pretty impressive. I got to say, he's done a pretty good job.
Okay, right now to go into the part of the show that Rob was probably regretting. Now, obviously, Rob, you're a West Ham fan, so it's only right I ask. I mean, I dread to know what you're going to say, but how did you feel at that game? Obviously, you were there at the stadium as well. Yeah, I'll just give the platform to you.
Let's just say that I had a very nice time drinking beforehand, so I don't remember too much of it. But no, seriously, I think first half we played all right. When it was 0-0 half time, I was like, "Wouldn't mind 0-0 draw. It would be nice." But that's the thing with us. We just don't get started. I mean, against Forest, it took us. We left it really late. Yeah, I don't. Spurs have nothing to complain about. They're starting a new era, as Reece said, and no, I'm not going to wish them the best. I wish the worst, but it's. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm not. I'm honest. Like, they're gonna do well. Like top 4 will probably happen. It's just about us. Will we actually stay up? I think the best case scenario is that there's 3 teams worse than us, and I think Wolves, I can say so. Forest, they might drop the bench. I don't think it will work. And Villa, they haven't scored a goal yet, but I think Villa will kick off with it. Then in terms of us, we've got to sort something out. Otherwise, it's going to be bad. And I've said this so many times, it's going to be bad.
So would you say?
I mean,
Oh God, sorry, sir.
I was going to say, surely Potter's got to go. Surely he's got to go.
Yeah, I mean,
Even 4 games in, you can see
I
that
mean, like,
there's nothing there.
yeah. I mean, I wouldn't mind getting Nuno in. I don't know. I don't know what. There's no identity at our club. I don't know who we can bring in. Oh, everyone's screaming for Mourinho. But then do we moment David Moyes, who plays basically the same way? And do you know what I mean? Like, there's no. I don't know. It's nothing.
Yeah, I mean, if Potter was to go, and you briefly mentioned Nuno. I mean, obviously, what happened to him in Nottingham Forest was a bit crazy, and we'll touch on that later. But would you not be a bit worried about him? Because I think at every club he's been out, he's always fallen out with the ownership group. He fell out at Wolves, he fell out at Spurs, he fell out at Forest now. Obviously, you probably know better than me what David Sullivan's like. Would you say, like, if you had to pick between him and Mourinho, who would you go for?
Mourinho is he's a very like main character person, and that doesn't go well with a main character owner. It's just going to be two bulls stocking the horns. They've got to really talk about who gets this and who gets that, and it's got to stick. No one can be like, "All right, I want this back, or I want that back." Can't happen. With Nuno, it's just that's a toss up. I don't really know. If it depends if he wants the transfers to go through him, because if it goes through David Sullivan, he isn't really going to moan because he can just back out to get the cheap option and keep some money in his pocket. Whereas with like he has backed us kind of, but just the type of person he is, I just don't feel like I just feel like he does it for the sake of it, just to shut people up a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I would also say, I was thinking, do you think, obviously you probably hate this happening, but do you think it could be the best case scenario, say if West Ham was to get relegated, then maybe you'd have like that one season in the Championship, then come straight back up, and then be ready to compete again. Do you think that could be a potential way forward? Because obviously you want to stay in the Premier League, of course, but that option's probably got to be considered. Maybe not like an option like we're going to lose every single game for the rest of the season.
I don't know.
For the rest of the season and to get relegated, but because you do get a lot of money, because you get a lot of money for going down, and then getting promoted again, you get a lot of money.
Parachute payments.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, it don't matter what West Ham is, I'm still going to support him. Me and my boys are all going to support him. Go home and away, but I mean, you say like, oh, go down, go up, it's fine, but will we actually go back up? Because everyone's going to leave, and then we'd have to reinvest. And then when if we don't go back up, that next season, it's going to be even harder because people will then start getting angry. Even our own fans will get really angry, and then like that 7K allocation at Blackburn Rovers will only fill up 2,000. Do you know what I mean? But
end up turning into Leicester. Leicester City.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. All I know is that I'll be there. That's it.
Yeah.
That's the main.
It's standard. It's a standard Premier League team, and it's weird seeing them as bad as they are. But it's a team filled with a lot of players that you go, yeah, they could play for this team, they could play for that team. I'm still confused of how West Ham have got this bad, because I never look at their lineup and go, that's relegation battle. Like there are, like on paper, so many worse teams.
Yeah.
And it's maybe it's the manager, maybe Potter's just not working. I think if I was Nuno, and obviously he's had that falling out with Forest, if he went to West Ham and then turned it round, and it's like when he went to Wolves and when he first came to Forest, he turned around for those clubs. He took them into Europe. Don't get wrong, always ended poorly.
And in Saudi Arabia. In Saudi
Yeah,
Arabia,
no,
for
he
Al
did.
Ittihad, he done a very good job. Before he fell out with it was either the owners or one of the players.
Yeah, he's always going
And
to
he got
fall out with
sacked.
someone, but at the end of the day, that's football. Like it's never going to be perfect, and I think what West Ham need now is someone just to not let them get to that Leicester end.